Well, hey there everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Fantasy Fridays. It's an idea for a thing I've had for a while. I actually tried it a while back, but I never really continued with it because I didn't really, I wasn't consistent with the streaming. So basically, I think what I'm going to do from now on is on Fridays, I'm going to start playing through the Phantasy Star games. The traditional console games, probably not the like Phantasy Star Online and stuff like that. Start with Phantasy Star, go to Phantasy Star 2, 3, and 4, and then probably the two Game Gear ones, Adventure and Gaiden. Planning Phantasy Star, the original. I have the physical cartridge. I could play it on my Retron 5, but I decided I'm going to use the Sega Ages release on the Switch instead, because it's more convenient. But for the other ones, I'll probably play them off the physical cartridges on my Retron 5. Just a little bit easier than running them on an emulator on my PC and capturing it that way. Which I could do, but unless by that time they, they put out Sega Ages releases of the other Phantasy Star games. At which point, if they do that, I'll just use those. So, let us begin. Phantasy Star. Okay. I have to try to remember the hell. Original mode and then Ages mode. Ages mode, I think, modifies the game slightly by making it so that when you win battles, you earn more money. So it enables you to advance, at least especially in the early game, a little bit quicker, because you really can't get much beyond the beginning area, like that first area, until you upgrade all your equipment. And you don't start off the game with very much money, so it's very difficult to do that. So you have to... There's a lot of grinding in the beginning, so this should cut that down a bit. Also, do I want to use the FM sound on or off? FM sound is usually good. I think I actually prefer the non-FM music for Phantasy Star. That's probably just because that's what I'm used to. I think I'll keep the FM music on. Space Century 342, Caminite on Palma. Scum, do not sniff around in Lassek's affairs. Learn this lesson well. Nero, what happened? Don't die. Alice, listen. Lassek is leading our world to destruction. I tried to discover his plans, but I could not do much by myself. I have heard of a man with great strength named Odin. Maybe the two of you can stop Lassek. Alice, it's too late for me. Be strong. I will make sure that my brother died not in vain. Watch over and protect me, Nero. So this is Alice. She's our protagonist, Alice Lansdale. As we just saw in the opening there, her brother Nero was killed by King Lassik's security. Because Lassik is a dick. Also, you notice an interesting thing with the Sega Ages version is that it automatically maps the dungeons for you. These first-person dungeons still look awesome. Couldn't pull any crap like that off on the NES. Ooh, 50 Mesetas. There should be a dead end down here. Yep. Let's go talk to this dude. In some dungeons, you will not get far without some sort of light. Which is very true. He's not lying. There is a spaceport to the west of Kamenit. Also very true. This is where the guy gives me the Laconian pot. I'm Nikis. One hears lots of stories, you know, but some say that a fighter named Odin lives in a town called Sion. Or Sion. Also, I have a Laconian pot given by Nero. That would be helpful to you in your task. I wish I could help you more. I pray for your safety. Why, thank you, Nikis. If you want to make a deal, you should head for the port town. That is Sion. Oh, crap, right. Do you know about the planets of the Algol star system? Let's say no. There are 3 planets, Palma, Motavia, and Deseris. Palma is a world of green, Motavia is a world of sand, Deseris is a world of ice. The Algol star system is currently facing a great crisis. Indeed it is. What is that crisis? We'll have to find out. The Kamenit residential area is under martial law. Yeah, thanks, Lassik. You jerk. You need a dungeon key to open locked doors. Also, don't eat yellow snow. This house is gonna come in handy. I'm Swello. I know how you must feel, dear. No one can stop you from doing what you know you must do. But if you should ever be wounded in battle, come here to rest. Please rest yourself. You're welcome here at any time. This lady, Swello, provides free healing. This is a church. Do you wish to resurrect someone? Not at the moment. 20 experience points to advance to the next level. Yeah, so the church is where you go to resurrect people if they are dead. Assuming your whole party doesn't die, of course. It's an armory. Yes. I'm going to buy the leather shield. No. Can I afford a sword? I can't remember. Where's food shop? No, I don't want to buy anything from there. I'm selling shields. How do I get the sword? Oh, that's probably in the other town. Not in Kamenit, right? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to head down, out of the town. Now, in this walled out off area here, you get no encounters except for this little copse of trees over here. But as soon as you step out of that wall, you'll get encounters, but any monsters out there will pretty much one-shot you. Even some of the monsters in this little forest area can make your day very unpleasant. So what you gotta do, and what, I guess gets a lot of people that play this game that don't know, is that you pretty much have to wander around in this little spot here. And grind these enemies that really can still take you out. And then you gotta keep doing this. Go in here and heal. Basically, you want to keep repeating this, rinse and repeating until you have enough to... I don't know if you need to wait until all the way until you've got the ceramic shield. I need 75, I think, to get the upgraded sword. Ooh, an owlbear. I'm not sure I can take one of these guys. Yeah, nope. They're too tough for me at this point. Thanks, Swellow. Soundtrack of this game is so good too. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like hardcore Final Fantasy fans, but this game's so much better. The music's better, the graphics are better. I think the storyline's better. A lot of people, even people that are, you know, diehard Nintendo fans, swear that Phantasy Star is probably one of the best if not the best 8-bit JRPGs ever made. Once you just get past this little tedious bit at the beginning here where you're trying to save up... Oh, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Oh, shoot. This part's just a little tedious because you're not really accomplishing much except just grinding for money. How much? I have 56. I need 20... I need 19 more to get the sword. Whee! Can I take on one of them? Oh, I might be able to do it. Nope. Oh, crap. Shoot. Well, weren't very far into the game, so it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Should have saved. I wouldn't have to go through the intro again. Whoopsies! Yes. No, this is a dead end, but just for the sake of completing the map. Go that way. That auto-mapping is super handy. I mean, it's pretty useless for this dungeon, but for the later dungeons, that's going to come very much in handy. Really need to talk to any of these guys. I need this Laconian pot, though. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, it's the old guy. Yes. Mighty leather shield? No. Kilo. Oh! I didn't even know this was a thing. Got a list of all your spells, item lists, weapon lists, armor list, game manual. That's pretty rad. Let's do. Oh, pulls up the same thing. Okay. Also brings that up. Okay. Basically, you only want to be dealing with swarms. Owlbears are too tough at the moment. Get healed. We're going to save again. Yep. Alright. Get some more swarms. No owlbears. Owlbears suck. Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Crap. And that right there is why we save. As Kilgore Trout always says, save scum. Well, really, just save scum. Save as often as possible, even to the point of redundancy. Yay, level up! So what, can give me 12? Yeah. Okay, so just need 19 more. So we'll heal up and save again. For more swarms. Yay! Yes. 7 away from affording the sword. So close. Only down 2 hit points. I probably don't really need to heal, but better safe than sorry, I say. Save again. Oh, excuse me. Oh, no, I'm not gonna fight you. Right down there you can see that cave there. That is Medusa's cave, I believe. We do not want to go there right now because we would die right away. That is not a happy place. Swarm. Ah. Phooey. Shit. Oh, man. Come on. Woo! That was a close one. That's the spaceport there on the left, you probably saw. That's where we have to go when we need to fly off-world. Because we do fly to all the different planets in the Algol system at one point or another. Yep. Completed. They really need to do these Sega Ages releases for the other Phantasy Star games, though, because holy crap, it's super awesome being able to pull up, like, your item list and spell list and stuff from the pause menu, and having the auto map. That's just... it's super cool. Those guys at M2 know what they're doing. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the Sega Genesis Mini when that comes out. Probably not going to pick it up right away, but I am planning on picking it up. Basically, like, I haven't pre-ordered it, basically is what I'm saying. But oh wait, no. I want to heal first. Heal. I've got enough for the new sword, so save. Yep. Alright, making progress. Take the little walkway here. I may not pass. Dang it. Right. Forgot I gotta go the long way. This is Paralit residential area. From the spaceport, you can go to Paseo on Motavia. This is a hospital. You can get healed here too, but they charge you, I think. No. It's better just to go to Caminite to Suelo, because it's free. Why would you pay when you can get it for free, right? The forest is a dangerous place. Indeed it is. Medusa has been reborn and lives in a cave to the south. If you see her, you will be turned to stone. Yeah. To the east lies a port town called Scion. I don't know if it's Scion or Skyon. I think it's Scion. There's an underground passage to the Gothic forest somewhere to the west of Paralit. That is information that will come in handy later. Yes. Iron Sword. When I have 320 Mesetas, I can buy the Tit Sword. No, I just get everything. I don't think I physically have to equip stuff in this game, right? I think it all... Oh, I do. I wasn't using my shield. I wonder if I can sell my, no. The second-hand shop here, right? Sell. Shit sword. Oh, no. Gotta love their abbreviations. Alright, so we're gonna save again. Because... reasons. Love the music in this game. Yeah, this was back in the days when JRPGs were done right. I really wish they hadn't discontinued the traditional JRPG-style Phantasy Star games in lieu of the Phantasy Star Online games. I don't think I can take on... Well, let's see what happens. Yeah, nope. I'm dead. I thought two of them... I might be able to take on one, but two was overzealous. Yes, continue. What a good thing I saved, right? Yeah. Ooh, right away. Oh, we could take out these guys pretty easy. One hit. That. Oh, went up a level again. Yeah. Definitely gonna heal up. And you can either get myself healed for free there, or go to Paralit and pay 9 Mesetas to get myself healed. Why would you even do that? Not even really sure why they included that. It seems like a bit of a weird design decision. But, whatever. Alright. Then I need 320 to get the tit sword. Or the titanium sword. Once I've got that, these owl bears will be like, nope, we can't take on two of you. I should be able to pretty much one-shot them with the titanium sword. And then once I save enough for the titanium sword, I want to grind up another 600. One owlbear? I think I can take on one. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can do one. Oh yeah, I want to open it. 48! Yeah, the Ages mode gives you more money, so you don't have to grind quite as much. I think, like, in the original mode, the monsters give you half of what I'm earning here, so... a swarm would have given you 6 instead of 12, and the owlbear would have given 24 instead of 48. Something like that. So this is going to make saving up the money a little bit quicker. Once I've got the titanium sword, then I should be more confident venturing outside the walls. Because there's a lot of owlbears and scorpions outside the walls. My iron sword's not quite up to the task, I don't think. Come on, give me an encounter. One thing I usually complain about in JRPGs is the high random encounter rate, and then when you want the encounters, it's like, where the hell are they? There we go. Ooh, leveled up again. Oh, is it the healing spell that I learned? Check. Magic. Yes, I have heal now. I have no MP though. But I think now that I've learned my first spell, when I go and heal, it should give me some MP too, I think. My memory serves me correctly. It's been a while since I've played this, so I might be wrong. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, 4 MP. Let's save again. Only like 192 more Meseta to afford the titanium sword. Have I got enough hit points to... Oh, I might be able to take out 2 of them now. It's good for like 96 Meseta when I kill them. Yes. 96, just like I thought. Okay, we'll save. There's scorpions out here too. That Scion over there. We need to go there shortly. Alright, we're gonna have the money like super quick. That's good. Yeah! Should have enough for the titanium sword now. Yeah! Alright. Heal. Go get the titanium sword. Yep. Titanium sword. Nope. Okay, item. Equip. I'm gonna go sell off the iron sword in the second-hand shop. Sell. No, it's everything. All right. I'll save again. Okay. Okay, once we've got... we just need to save up 600. And I should be able to just wander around out here freely, because as long as I stay off the sand, I shouldn't hit anything that I can't take out easily. Oh, I don't want to go in there. What we got? Well, we should be able to take them out in like one hit now. Oh, almost. another level, and I should be able to one-shot them with this sword now. Oh, learned a new spell. Now we will go heal because I am out of MP. Yes. Every once in a while, these treasure chests are booby-trapped. That's why they give you the choice. Because there's a rare chance they could explode and cause you damage. Oh, finally get a scorpion! What should they give me? 52! I'm almost halfway there to the money I need. Nice! One-hit kill. You should be able to take out the wing eyes. Yeah. You guys are easier than owlbears. Basically pay as much as the swarm does. I'm over halfway there. Alright, I can't go in there yet. I forgot. Woot. Yeah, things are so much easier with this sword. Ooh, leveled up again. Learned a new spell again, too. What spells do I have now? I've got heal. Oh, the other one's probably combat spells. That's why they're not showing up in there. Oh, actually, I could probably use a heal. To save. I'm getting there. 453. 147 more. And basically I could just get like a couple of scorpions now. That would pretty much give me exactly what I need, I think, almost. $75 more. Ooh, a man-eater. How much do these guys give me? 104. Alright, we got what we need. I'm just gonna make my way back to Kamenit and heal up my character and replenish my MP, and then we will head to Scion. I haven't had an exploding chest yet. It's pretty lucky. I mean, it's not super common or whatever, but I would have thought by now I would have had one. Okay, we will now save again. Yep. And now we head to Scion. Just over here. No. Okay. Wanna buy the light suit. I'll equip that. Sell my leather armor. Oh. I meant I didn't want to sell anything else. I want to buy something, I think. Secrets. Oh. I'm not so easily dissuaded, sir. Nope. Alright, we'll explore the rest of the town here. You need a compass to pass through the Epi Forest. Right, that's that forest that I couldn't go through earlier. I recently found a talking beast in the cave where Medusa lives. I sold him for a good price to a merchant from Paseo. Yeah, we need to buy that talking creature. A cave called Iala can be found on the peninsula to the south of Sion. This is really where the game starts to pick up, because you're not just grinding for basic equipment now. Odin set off to kill Medusa. He went with an animal that can speak. The animal had a bottle of medicine hanging from its neck, but I don't know what that is for. Could that be a clue? I think it could. A cave called Nala lies on the north coast of Baia Malay. They say that there are Motavian living on Motavia and Dezorian on Dezoris. I'd sure like a chance to talk to someone. A door locked with magic can only be opened with magic. Makes sense. This is the port town Sion. Long ago we thrived on trade. Now, we just kinda, whatever. There is a hill named Baia Malay to the north of this town, but none of us dare approach it. And why is that? That's not for us to know just yet. Alright. Itchy eye. Heal. Do another savey save. Yep. Now we'll go talk to those guards. Because now we have the secrets. It's actually just a road pass. You may proceed. Talk to these guys? Yes. Long ago, a spaceship was built in the Gothic laboratory. The governor is in Paseo. He rules all of Motavia. This is Palma's spaceport. From the spaceport, you can go to Paseo on Motavia. Which is what we're gonna do right away, but we need a passport. Passaporte. Yes, I do. Have you ever done anything illegal? Nope. You currently have an illness? Nope. Yes. Save again. And see, now that we've got the passport, we can... How do I get up there again? You have your passport? Yes. I may proceed. Bound for Mortavia. Getting on? Yep. And now we travel to another planet. Flying through space. Going to another planet. Welcome to the Paseo Spaceport on Motavia. is said that antlions roam in the desert. Yeah, they're nasty. Bunch of jerks. There is a cake shop in the cave called Nala on Palma. Oh yeah, right! Because I need to get a cake there. I forgot about that. You may proceed. The Paseo, Motavia's capital. Now, one of these shopkeepers is going to have that talking animal. Yeah. Boop, boop, boom. The governor loves sweets, I hear. Right, that's why I need the cake. I need to give it to the governor. A gift is needed if you wish to see the governor. Yeah. Hence the cake. There is a cave called Maharu in a mountain to the north of Paseo. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that just yet. Some intelligent monsters have their own language. That's what the talk spell is for. Doesn't work on most monsters, though. Sleeping on the job, eh, buddy? Well, I clearly don't have the key for that, so... Boom, boom. Yeah! No? Yes. We now have Meow! We will be fellow travelers. I'm Alice. What's your name? I'm Meow. Meow, have you ever heard of a man named Odin? Yes, but he has turned to stone. If he drinks this medicine, he'll be okay. But I cannot open the bottle. Well, then we'd better go save Odin together, okay? I want to get the thick fur from Meow, but I don't have enough yet. We can come back, though. I think there's anything else. I don't know. Talk to this guy. I'm not going into the desert. No, no, no. No, no, no. Yep. Time to head back to Palma. Yep. Whoosh. Alright, and now we're off to Medusa's Cave once we pick up some supplies. Do it. Some flashes first, because otherwise I can't see where I'm going. Five ought to be enough, right? Buy an escaper. Because that should make make me able to leave the dungeon quick, and now I need some colas. I'm gonna spend the rest of the money on colas because I'm gonna run out of MP. Actually, buy one last flash with the money I've got. Be on the safe side. Yeah, nope. Okay. Then we'll save. Should have enough money to get Meow that thick fur once we're done in this cave. And we should also have Odin. Alright, here goes nothing. Item. Flash. Nice. Ooh, some slimes. There's Odin. Okay, we'll use the Alcylon. Thanks for saving me. I guess a Medusa can stop me. I don't have much hope of killing Lassic, do I? My brother died trying to kill Lassic. Before he died, he told me to seek your help. Is that so? Well, I must not let your brother die unavenged. Why did you try to kill Medusa? Because Medusa has a mystic axe. Unfortunately, she got away from me. Anyhow, I have stashed a compass in one of the passages of this cave. Let's go and get it. I got the compass. Yeah, need to save again. Welcome to Epi. I'll need to save up some money and get that needle gun. Governor of Motavia might possibly help you well. Noah lives on Motavia. Oh, Noah. Are you looking for a dungeon key? Yes. I've hidden a dungeon key in the warehouse in the outskirts of Kamenet. Dr. Leveno had a laboratory in the Gothic Forest long ago, Ada said. No. Okay, and how much do I need for that needle gun? $400. Level up. Oh, hey, Erdnell, how's it going? Sorry to hear you had a bad week. My week was pretty busy, too. That's why I wasn't streaming on Monday and Wednesday. Oh, finally had an exploding chest. I was wondering when that was going to happen. Ooh, I've got enough now. Off to buy the needle gun. Actually, I should probably heal too while I'm at it. I save again too. Yeah. Yes, I want to buy the needle gun. Nope. I now wish to equip it. Oh, no. Oops. So how are things going today? Yeah, things have... I had some appointments I ended up having to make and stuff, and by the time I was done, I got home and I was like, I don't really feel like streaming anything. Plus, I also couldn't really figure out what to stream if I was going to, so that's also contributed to my not wanting to stream. I mean, there's like endgame stuff that I can do in Pokemon, but I want to give Pokemon a bit of a break. Even though that game seems to attract viewers. So, you know, maybe I should keep it in the rotation at least maybe like one day a week, like maybe on Sundays or something. But I've got I got PS4 games that I'm planning on streaming. I want to play The Last of Us. I played it briefly on the PS3, but I never, yeah, Hump Day with Pikachu. I never finished The Last of Us on the PS3, and I've got the remastered one for PS4. I've got the Uncharted collection, and I've got Uncharted 4, and I've got Uncharted Lost Legacy that I want to play. What else? I could play Bloodborne, but I'm terrible at it. I've got Until Dawn. I've seen people play it on YouTube, but I've never played it myself, so I thought that might be fun to try out. I've got God of War. I've got... Vampire. I've got... I can never remember what games I've got. Plus I could always boot up some GTA 5 and play GTA Online, even though I'm terrible at it. I should go through the bags with the games that I bought. I've got Anthem, I could play more Anthem. I haven't finished that by a long stretch. I want to say, I think I've got... I think it's Horizon Zero Dawn, I think, is what it's called. I've got that. I picked that up a while ago. You know what, hang on a second. This is gonna bug me now. Middle-earth Shadow of Wars, another one of the ones that I picked up that I couldn't remember. And then I can't reach the other bag with the stuff that I picked up the other day. I'll grab it maybe when I take a bathroom break in a bit. What am I doing now? Oh right, I need to get the dungeon key. Which one haven't you watched? Sorry, I was too distracted looking at my game boxes. I don't remember which one I mentioned. I pay attention good. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, no, dungeon key! I think I saw Rob play it briefly a little bit. And it didn't really super interest me, but I saw it at a local game store, and it was fairly cheap. I want to say, I think it was like 15 bucks or something. And I was like, well, it's kind of like an open world game or whatever, so if I get into it, then, you know, it drags me in or whatever, then I'll probably get quite a few hours out of it, and then it would be worth the money, and if not, well, I only spent 15 bucks on it, so it's not too bad. I didn't even know that was really the premise of the game. I just remember that Rob was playing some level where he was like, because that's the one where you're the chick with red hair, right? And she was like running around in some sort of maze, and there was like something that was chasing after her. I think that's the game. Let's check this item list here. 630 for the... Ooh, a werebat. I haven't fought one of these guys yet this playthrough. Yeah. He was bursting with strength and then died. Ooh, wow! 252! Kill one more of those guys and I think I'll have enough to get that armor upgrade for Meow. Let's see if we can get another werebat. Come on. Oh, two of them. I'll definitely have enough after this. We're bad? They're bad! Oh, I'm gonna have so much money. 504. Yeah. Oh, haven't fought one of these guys yet either. Uh-oh, I'm tied up. Not too shabby. Alright. I love the Khajiit. My character in ESO is a Khajiit. I should stream some Elder Scrolls Online someday. I still haven't picked up the Elsewhere expansion yet. I have the Morrowind one, but I don't have Elsewhere. You may proceed. What's in this shop? Oh. Oh. I like it better than a lot of the other MMOs that I've tried playing. There's definitely parts of it that I find frustrating, like the crafting system is complicated, and I think it's awesome that, like, you know, you're able to gather things and then craft stuff that you can sell to other users and make money. But like, it's a pain in the ass to get to the point where you can make anything of decent enough quality that you can make any real money. That frustrates me a little bit. But I like being able to just kind of like run around and explore. That's cool. I'm a member of the, whatever that assassin guild's called, the Black Hand or whatever. Which is pretty cool. You're welcome, I guess. This is where I want it to be. Yes. By the thick fur. Nope. Item. Fur for meow. Save. Okay, I think we can go back to Palma now. Yeah, they did. That's true. They, instead of basically making it a multiplayer Elder Scrolls game, they basically made it an Elder Scroll themed MMO. I do hate, one thing I hate about most MMOs, I hate the hotbar of attacks with individual cooldowns. I don't like that. I mean, for magic and stuff like that, it's one thing, but for melee attacks, it just doesn't seem to make any sense to me. I should just be able to hit a button to attack. I mean, having like a recharge on like magic spells and stuff like that makes total sense. With these games where it's like, well, you want to stab a guy with a dagger, slash a sword, or, you know, shoot with a gun or something like that, you have to hit the button on the thing, and then it's got like a however many second cooldown before you can hit it again. It just, that whole in general, combat in MMOs, I dislike. Although, at least I think, it's been a while since I played it, but if I remember correctly in ESO, at least when it comes to your melee weapon, you can just kind of swing it. Like in the regular Elder Scrolls games in attack, it's like your special attacks that require. You hate dog meat? But he's low to the ground. If you're trying to snipe people, why is he getting in your way? You wouldn't have that problem if you were using VATS. Which I know how much you love. Okay. I need to get some burgers. Yes, I will buy 5 of them. Oh, shoot. Oh. Bought too many colas, I think. One more cola to do it. Yeah. Yes. 3, 4. No. I should have 5 of them now, right? One, 2, 3, 5. Yes. Okay. We'll save again. Yeah, I know you hate VATS. I like it though. But mainly it's just because I like the fact that once you select the body parts or whatever and you attack, then you get like a little cutscene where it shows you shooting and it's all kind of like slow motion and everything like that. I just like that. I like the cinematic quality of VATS. Yes, is what I'm trying to say. Alright. Need to grind a bit more money now. I need about 1,000 Aceta for the next part. I've never found VATS usually takes me that long, because usually when I use it, I almost always target the head, and then, you know, usually the person's head just explodes on the first hit. And then they're dead, and then it's over. But I mean, to each their own, right? I mean... There's other aspects of Fallout games that I'm not super crazy about, like... I really think it's cool that Bethesda changed it to like a first-person perspective, but I hate the fact that the engine they use is buggy as hell, and there's always super weird game-breaking glitches in their games. I also find that their lockpicking system, I think it is good, but I think your lockpicks break way too easily. And that frustrates me. Oh, that was easy. Well, maybe I'm sure they're probably using a different engine with the new Elder Scrolls game that they haven't announced the title of yet. I think they used a different engine with Skyrim, but I know with Morrowind and Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, they were using, I think it was called the Gamebryo engine. I think they switched to a different one in Skyrim, but I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, the Gamebryo engine, they used that way too long. I think that's why they started moving away from it, because it wasn't being updated by the original creators anymore. Oh, is Gamebryo theirs? Okay, I thought they licensed it from somebody. It's been a while since I read up on all that stuff. Okay, now I think there's a cave. West. The creation engine. Okay, that's what they're calling it now. Oh, right, okay, yeah, so it was... The Gamebryo engine was made by somebody else initially, so I was right about that, okay. I thought I'd read that somewhere. And I guess, like, all things considered, what they were able to squeeze out of it was pretty impressive, but... yeah. A G-Scorpion. It's like the regular Scorpion, but he's in a gang. Thanks, folks. I'll be here all night. Not really. Alright, here's where we wanted to go. Save. Alright. And before we venture into this cave, I am going to take a break for a few minutes, go to the bathroom, get a drink, all that kind of stuff, because I've been streaming for just over 2 hours. Nice. Alright, so I will be back shortly. See you in a bit. Oh, actually, I should probably... hang on a second. There. And people know what I'm playing. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. It took me a little bit longer than I anticipated as I was getting a drink ready and all that stuff. Delivery person came to the door with a package from Amazon that I had to do with some. What the hell am I? Oh. Ooh, what kind of pizza? What kind of pizza do you generally like? Ah, so you were a fan of the pineapple on pizza. That's good. Pineapple is awesome on pizza. I love Hawaiians, but sometimes I like all meat. Sometimes I go for all cheese. Like, just, like, multiple different kinds of cheeses. Papa John's has a, like a Tuscan 6-cheese pizza that's really good. I like. Or sometimes if I'm feeling being cheap, I'll go to Domino's and I'll just get like a Brooklyn with double pepperoni. Really just kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for and where I'm ordering from. We have this place here that's it's, as far as I know, it's only in my city here. It's called Gondola Pizza. And we like to order from there. They're a bit pricier, but their pizzas are really good. Huh! Oh, that's a lot of money. I found a shit sword. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh, nice. Chicago pizza's really good. I had it once when I was in Chicago. I've only been to Chicago once. I actually wouldn't mind going back there again. Do you live in like a small town in Maine? It is Maine, right? I'm pretty sure you said it's Maine. I've never been to any of the New England states. Maine is one of the New England states, right? It's been a long time since I've done geography, especially US geography. I've heard of Bangor. Oh, really? You guys have a lot of Canadian currency there? I guess because it's so close to the border? I imagine, like, Grand Forks is probably like that too, because Grand Forks, North Dakota is like a 3-hour drive from me. Because my city's about an hour from the border, and then Grand Forks is a couple of hours from the border on the south side, and a lot of people, not as much now that the exchange rate's so bad or whatever, but at one time, and a lot of people still do, but they would drive down to Grand Forks for like weekends or for holidays and stuff. So I think they had a lot of Canadian money. Yeah, it's crazy because the price they charge in stores isn't. I mean, I get okay. So like a lot of our stores, the suppliers are from the States. So when stores bring in their products, they buy at US prices, right? I get that. But the price they charge in Canadian is not a reflection of what the US price is plus with the exchange rate. They just, like with video games, for example, like I think in the US a standard AAA game, like a regular edition, not a collector's edition or anything, is usually about $59.99. They're $79.99 here. It's annoying. I hate paying for things in US dollars, but I love getting paid in US dollars. Yeah, whereas most collector's editions here start at $99.99, and then they can go up from there depending if they're like super crazy ultra deluxe or something. Check. I was tempted to, when I pre-ordered Cyberpunk 2077, I was tempted to pre-order the collector's edition, but it's $250. I'm like, I don't need a statue that bad. Ooh, Evil Dead. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think the statue that's coming in Cyberpunk 2077 is not plastic. I think it's a resin statue, but I really don't have a lot of room for more statues and things like that anyway, so... And I really just want... So, I mean, I'm just gonna get the game, but... I wanted to pre-order it on GOG, but you can only pre-order the PC version, and I'm like 98% sure that game, if I can run it on my PC, I'll have to have it on like pretty low settings, which is fine. I mean, I'll probably grab it on a Steam sale in like a year or two when it's like really cheap, but in the meantime, I'm getting it for my PS4, because at least then I'll be able to have it, like, it's relatively... Yeah, exactly. And I want to stream it too, so... Gonna get it on the PS4. Tree stairs, yes. I'm sure I could physically run it if I had it on, like, low or ultra-low settings, maybe? I mean, I probably won't be able to get, Oh, crap, oh well. I'll probably be able to, I doubt I would be able to get it at like 60 frames per second or anything like that, but I could probably, on relatively low settings, I could probably get it at like a pretty solid 30. Which, I mean, is fine for me anyway. I've never had a computer that's been able to play AAA games at like, 60 plus frames per second, and I don't even have a... Oh, shoot. Whoops. That was a waste. Okay, see you in a bit. I don't even have a display that's capable, like I don't have a 120 or a 144 hertz display, so I can't even make use of like anything above 60 frames per second anyway. Ooh, hello. I'm sorry I have a shop in such a place. Shortcake for 1,000 mesetas. Will you buy one? Yes. Oh. Thank you. Come again. Can't carry anymore. Let's use a cola. Pretty dumb place for a shop, huh? I could just use an escape to get out of here, but none of these enemies are particularly difficult, so I might as well get the money and XP. I love the dungeons in this game, they look so cool. Oh, no, wrong way. The auto map that they include with the Sega Ages version of this game is awesome. Excuse me. Oh. Make sure I haven't missed any treasure chests on my way. Definitely want to save now. Oh. All right. Time for some new weapons. Oh, wait a minute. I want to go to Paralit. Ooh. Damn it, I got too much stuff. Went crazy on the colas. Might as well sell them all off. I've got burgers anyway, and they heal more. Cola only heals 10 hit points. Anything else I want to sell off? My 5 burgers are fine. Sell the short sword because I don't need it. I think we're good. Yes. The question is, do I want to... Yeah. Buy 2 of those. To Alice. And then up to Odin. Guess I'll sell the needle gun. Down this way. Which one is it? Yes. No. Zirconian armor for Alice and Odin. Yeah, I want to sell. I'm gonna sell a light suit. And iron armor. No, nothing else. I need a mag lamp from Paralit. Which will remove the need for flashes. But I can sell off the extra flashes that I have now. Or once I've got it, I think. I think that's what it does anyway. Now that I've said that, I'm not so sure. Just double check this. Maybe it says in the, yes. Mag lamp. Light illuminates dark dungeons, so I can sell off my flashes because I won't need them now. Sell. Sure. Yes. Flash. Yes. Yes. Flash. Yes. Another flash. Do we have any more? Nope. Okay. Let's see here. How much are these ceramic shields? 1,400, so I need 2,800 for those. Get that pretty easily. Wander down those woods by Epi again, where all the werebats are. Ooh, level up again. Welcome back. Nice. I'm just grinding for a bit more money. I need 2,800 Meseta and I can get a couple of ceramic shields. I don't really need them, but they're better than the shields I've currently got, so... Come on, werebats, where are you? Come out and attack me. You know you want to. Come on. Man, when you're in a hurry to get somewhere and you don't want encounters, you get them all the time, but then when you want encounters, you can never find them. Or you can't find them as readily as you'd like to. What I meant to say. I'm bound to come across one eventually. There we go. Oh, it's a wing eye. I want werebats. Come on. They give me more money. I guess I could go back to that cave I was just in. There's a few werebats in there too, but... At least the music's nice. Oh yeah. Generally I like to be stealthy too. It's like being a ninja. There we go. 4 of them, this ought to be... Probably get, what, like 1,000? If I get 1,000 from this, that'll be all the money I need. Yeah! Alright. Time to get some new shields. Heal up first. Nope, wrong store. No, you... Nothing. Ah, damn it! There we go. Yes. I'd like to buy 2 of these. Nope. So the final requirement I need is to average 3 viewers, and I believe last time I checked I'm hovering at about 2.4. So I'm about 0.6 away. Super close. Yeah. If I could just get another one of those raids like the couple of those Pokemon people gave me with like 10 or 12 people that stuck around for a couple of hours, I could probably hit it. I'm actually a little surprised Echo hasn't been around yet. He usually pops by at some point when I'm streaming. Oh, what am I doing? I want to sell stuff. Yeah. I thought he had me set as an auto host. Because there's been a lot of times when I started streaming and then he's hosted me, but he hasn't been in the chat. But maybe he doesn't have it set as an auto host. Maybe he's just got it as a... He says I'm online and then he hosts me. And then pops in later. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably either like sleeping or he's busy doing IRL stuff. Of course, Arv's too busy being at conventions to hang out in my stream. Flying to another planet. You know what I just realized? The game screen doesn't actually show what game this is, so if somebody doesn't know what Phantasy Star is, they might not know that's what this is. Should. Yeah. Still sounds better than what was on the NES usually, though. I'm actually playing it with the FM sound on right now. The music and sound effects are a little bit different on the non-FM, because of course the Sega Master System in the US didn't have the FM sound module that the Sega Mark III had in Japan. Although a lot of the games that were ported from Japan still had the code for the FM music, so I thought, why not use the FM music? Okay, I think I need to use the dungeon key here again. Yes. Do you have a present to give to the governor? Yes, I do. These dungeons look so badass. The NES could not pull off graphics like that. I mean, okay, maybe people who do homebrew nowadays could maybe do something, but the people who were developing back in the day, they tried to make first-person dungeon games for the NES, and they don't look nearly as good. You know, the only... Well, I wouldn't say necessarily better. The NES had more games, but that's mainly just because at the time, Nintendo had... basically, if a developer signed with them, they had a contract that said they weren't allowed to port their games to any other... to competing platforms. Which I think in the early 90s got ruled as illegal and they had to stop doing that. But it was too late for the Master System at that point. But of course the Genesis took advantage of that. In Maharu Cave lives an Esper named Noah. I will give you a letter of introduction to present to her. Noah's a chick? I thought it was a guy. See, I had the Master System in the... What the hell? I don't remember this. Yeah, I was pretty into my Master System. I had some really good... I had a lot of the really good games, though. And I used to get them because when my parents and we used to go to Grand Forks in the summertime, and the Columbia Mall there, they used to run this thing called Crazy Days in the summer, and they'd have stuff on, like, crazy good sales, and I would get Master System games for, like, 15 or 20 bucks a piece. And so I'd save up a bunch of my allowance or whatever, and I'd go down there and I would, like, blow it all on games. Because most kids I knew that had... Well, I only knew, like, one other kid that had a Master System. Most of the other kids I knew had NESs, but most of them had, like, you know, maybe, like, 5 or 6 games or whatever, and I had, like, 30 or 40, I think. Because I got them so cheap. I had games like Wonder Boy, I had Shinobi. Oh, it was all a dream. What else did I have? I'm trying to think here. Oh, I had Zillion 2, the Tri-Formation. Aztec Adventure. Spy vs. Spy, Pro Wrestling, Black Belt, Montezuma's Revenge, Phantasy Star, Global Defense, Space Harrier, I had a bunch. And actually, I still had my Master System up until... I had a bunch of consoles, basically. I had... at one point, I had my Master System, my Genesis, which had the Sega CD and 32X attachments, a TurboGrafx 16, an NES, an N64... I think I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Oh, my Game Gear. And then I had a bunch of games for all those. And then I traded them all into a game store to get a Wii. And I got a Wii with Punch-Out, Metroid Prime Trilogy, and like a couple of other games. I ended up getting like $600 in credit for everything. And since then, I've been sort of recollecting some of my old hardware. I have a Retron 5, which I use for a lot of my classic consoles. Plus I have the 3-in-1 adapter for it that lets you do Master System card, and Game Gear games. And of course you can also do Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, NES, Famicom, Super NES, Super Famicom, Genesis, and Mega Drive. I have 4 Game Gears. 3 of them are in need of recaps. And the 4th one is a totally modded one. It's been recapped, and it's got the McWill LCD mod. So the screen's super sweet on that. And the battery life's a hell of a lot better because it doesn't have the fluorescent tube backlight anymore. And then as far as hardware too, I've still got my PS3. I've got a PS4 Pro. I still have my Wii. I got rid of my Wii U. I traded it towards my PS4 Pro. I've got a PSP. I've got a PS Vita. I've got a Nintendo DS Lite. I have an original 3DS. And I have a new Nintendo 3DS XL. I had an Atari Lynx, but then I sold it. I got a good deal on it somewhere, and then someone offered me $200 for it, and it was like over twice what I paid for it, so I was like, sure. I think that's it as far as hardware goes right now. I wanted to get a Jaguar. I know it was like a failed system or whatever like that, but at one point I think I remember like Radio Shack was blowing them out for like $50 and I wanted to get one because, if for nothing else, just for Alien vs. Predator. Because even though that game had kind of a crappy frame rate, what am I doing? Forgetting what I'm doing. It was still a fun game to play. And there were a couple other games on the Jaguar that weren't too bad. There were some really bad ones, though. Like, what was that racing game that they had? Checkered Flag or something like that? That one was pretty bad. Kasumi Ninja wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst. Cybermorph was pretty bad. Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. Oh! Right, what am I doing? I need to go into that cave. It's the same way I got the TurboGrafx 16, actually. Radio Shack was selling them off for like $20 at one point. I guess they had a bunch of new old stock that they wanted to get rid of. I was so bummed though. I had managed to pick up like a bunch of games for it. Because there was a comic store downtown here that sold used video games too, and they had a bunch of TurboGrafx games. And this is before the days of like price charting and stuff, so they were selling most of those games for like $5 to $10 a piece, and I had a whole bunch of them. I had like Dungeon Explorer, Legendary Axe 1 and 2, Bonk 1, 2, and 3, Splatterhouse, Crater Maze, which is one of my favorite games, actually. It's kind of like a cross between Bomberman and Lode Runner. It's pretty badass. I had Double Dungeons, and all that. And then a friend of mine got his brother borrowed a TurboGrafx 16 off somebody, but the only game they had was Keith Courage in Alpha Zones. So he was like, hey, can I borrow your games? And I was like, well, I don't have my TurboGrafx 16 hooked up right now, so I lent him all of my games except for Keith Courage. And then he had them for a while, and then I guess when he gave the system back to his friend, he forgot that he'd borrowed the games off me, so he gave all my games to his friend. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And then when I tried to go to, like, the friend of his or whatever to get my games back, the guy was like, he just wouldn't... He wouldn't give them to me. He was like, nope, they were mine all along. And I was like, the fuck they were. Oh. I've had bad luck with that. I used to have a Saturn, and I brought it over to a friend of mine's house because I was like skipping school, and we were hanging out at his house and playing it. And then I left it there because he wanted to keep playing. We were playing an RPG on it, and he wanted to keep playing it. And I was going to be back. He wanted to just, like, play it that night, and I was going to be back the next day, and then I was going to take it home. And then at some point, for some reason, somehow, I don't know how, his younger brother sat on it and broke it. I don't know why the hell you would sit on a console. And, of course, the downside was that, unfortunately, they were 3 kids with a single mother. They didn't have a lot of money, and she couldn't afford to replace it. And I wasn't going to be like, I don't care, give me the money anyway. Like, you know, I understand that you don't have the money, so I was just no longer had a Saturn. I was kind of bummed out because my parents had gotten me for Christmas the previous year. But what can you do? C'est la vie, as they say. Oh, seriously? You broke the dude's legs? Those round things with the mouths in the middle, those are ant lions. They're nasty. You don't really want to fight them if you can avoid it. Ooh, a crawler. Oh, okay, so it's not like you deliberately set out to, like, break his legs. Okay. I'm kind of surprised you got probation for that, because well, granted, I don't know how the laws work in the States, but I think we've talked about this a little bit before, but oh, you did? Okay. I was gonna say, because he threw the punch, so he was the instigator. Really? They considered a backpack a weapon? I mean, yeah, I can kind of see that, I guess, but... That's a barbarian. Oh, it looks kind of like, Actually, there's a character you get in Phantasy Star 4 that kind of looks like this guy. His name's Grizz, I think. Kind of looks like a blue Ewok. Well, yeah, I guess it would depend what was in the backpack. If it was heavy enough, it could do some, well, it can obviously do some damage, because it did. Ouch. I've gotten into some scraps in my day, but I've never done anything that intense. tough. Oh! That's a lot of moolah. Yeah, well. Can cure poison, cool. Well, that's good. I honestly believe most people should be in therapy. Just in general, because I think it's very beneficial for people. I used to be in therapy. I haven't been for a while now, though. But I've been thinking about going back. I think it was you. You said that you're schizophrenic, right? When I was a teenager, well, I didn't do cocaine. Well, I sort of did cocaine once, but it wasn't intentional. But I dabbled in drugs and stuff when I was a teenager, and I used to, like, pop caffeine pills and drink shit tons of coffee and do everything I could to avoid sleeping, and I would stay up for as many days in a row as I could. So I can relate to that. I mostly did acid and mushrooms, personally. I mean, I did weed once in a while. And one time I was smoking some weed with some friends, and we were smoking a joint, and it was a joint that was laced with cocaine, and they didn't tell me. And I was not happy. But this was like 20 years ago, like it's a long time. Ooh, tarantulas. My best friend and I at the time, we used to hang out at Perkins. Here, anyway, they're not 24 hours anymore, but at the time they were. And we used to have competitions to see, because of course when you ordered a coffee, they brought a carafe to the table. We would have them bring us each our own carafes, and we'd have competitions to see who could drink the most pots of coffee in the sitting. Well, I wouldn't do that. What I used to do, and if you have the wherewithal to try it, I wouldn't even try it now because my heart would probably explode if I did it. But what I used to do is I would brew a pot of coffee in a regular drip coffee maker or whatever. Then I would take the pot of coffee, dump it back into the water reservoir, and run it through the coffee grounds again, and I would run it through the machine 4 times. The coffee comes out pretty thick, and it is very concentrated. And you've pretty much leached every ounce of caffeine out of the grounds that you can at that point. And the coffee tastes super nasty, but holy crap does it give you a buzz. It became quite popular with some of my friends to make their coffee that way. Nowadays I wouldn't even try it. I sort of enjoy being alive. It's one of those funny things, you know. Hey, life, you know, it's kind of an okay thing. Yeah. I also used to just like eat. Well, I mean, I know people do it, but I used to eat plain coffee beans too sometimes. Espresso beans, not even chocolate covered necessarily. I remember I was at a coffee shop one time, and I drank, like, what is it? I washed down like a couple of caffeine pills with a 10-shot espresso. And I also used to, when you could still get it over the counter, I used to mix caffeine pills with ephedrine. Because that created a sensation that's very similar to ecstasy, as I was told. I did a lot of really dumb stuff when I was younger. I really do not understand why I'm still alive at this point. Other than, I guess, I just have a very strong constitution, or at least I did when I was younger. Because if I had the brain and knowledge that I have now, back then, I think I definitely wouldn't have taken my good health for granted like I did. But I mean, that's what most young people do, right? I mean, when you're in your teens, like early 20s, you think you're immortal and you're invincible. And you get into your 30s and to your 40s and you're like, nope, that's definitely not true. Yeah, I was around, when was it? Probably around, like, I was probably starting to mellow out around 18. 17 was when I hit my, like, rock bottom. I was, like, super depressed and was not in a good headspace, and but when I was 18, that's when I started going to therapy and getting some medications, and I was still, you know, wasn't taking it super seriously, and I was having setbacks and stuff like that, you know, the usual bullshit. I think I was starting to be fairly stable around 19, and I think by the time I turned 20, I had pretty much gotten over myself. Where am I? Oh, right, okay. I'm trying to look at like a map here because I don't want to just wander around in these places aimlessly. But the map orientation here is, I mean, these are all based on like notes that I took when I played it previously, so but I oriented them differently than the auto map is oriented, so I'm kind of like trying to turn everything around. Okay, so I'm there. False wall stairs there. I want to go this way. I'll follow that up and around. Take the second left. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because I mean, because I was thinking about it. I just recently started watching Legion, and of course, you know that guy. I don't know if you've seen the show or whatever, but the guy thinks he's schizophrenic because he's hearing all these voices and stuff like that, and it made me think about what you said, and I was wondering, like, so I mean, like, oh yeah, it's a show that's based in the X-Men universe. And this guy hears all these voices or whatever. He's a super powerful telepath. But he hears all these voices, so he and doctors that he's seen in his life tell him it's because he has schizophrenia, and they keep him in mental hospitals and give him all this medication or whatever, but it never really helps because he's not actually schizophrenic. It has to do with his telepathic power. And he's super powerful. But like, so I mean, you mentioned voices, so like, okay, like I guess I'm just kind of curious about things like how many voices do you hear? Do they all sound different? Do you always hear the same number of voices, or does it change? Do these voices have like unique personalities and like names behind them that you identify them, or like I don't mean to be rude to ask this stuff. I'm just genuinely curious how it works, or what it's like for you. There we go. Second left. Straight down. Right. All that around. Alright. There's a flash to the right. I don't need that because I got the mag lamp. All the way up. Okay. So what does it look like when you see it? Because I remember I watched a TED talk from a girl who is schizophrenic, and she had hallucinations about a few different characters. No, I've received a letter from the governor. Please read it. Let me see it. Our duty is clear. We must protect the planets of the algal system from evil. We must first go to the Gothic forests and find Dr. Luveno. We can use an underground passage from a manhole in the spaceport. So these other voices that you hear sometimes, do you see them as well sometimes? Or are they usually just voices? What do they look like? Because this girl that did the TED Talk... okay, I see. The girl that did the TED Talk, the two primary and characters that she saw in her hallucinations, one was sort of like a demented, like Pennywise killer clown type thing, and the other one was like a creepy girl with long black hair, kind of like the girl from The Ring. And she would have hallucinations of these like the clown coming right up and like stabbing her in the face repeatedly and stuff like that. Oh, that's so freaky. I mean, I guess you're probably used to it, but that must have been like really scary the first few times you encountered stuff like that. Oh, ha. I'm just genuinely interested in this stuff. I never finished my university, but when I went to university, I did 1 year before I dropped out, and oh, it's so weird, but also kind of cool. But yeah, one of my majors was in, I was doing a double major in psychology and philosophy because these, and particularly if I continued with it, my focus was probably gonna be an abnormal psych because I find this stuff super interesting. It's just really interesting because, I mean, that clearly, like, it has to come, it's obviously coming from somewhere in your head, so I wonder what it is in your head that makes you visualize things in those particular ways. Like, sometimes I wonder, like, is there influence from, like, movies and things that you've seen that can, like, influence that stuff, or is it just, like, or maybe from, like, stories you read, or, like, mishmash of things? Like, I just kind of wonder if they're just completely arbitrary, or whether they're influenced to an extent by external. I know there's... Oh. I went past it. It's here. Oh crap, hang on a second. I just noticed the time. Oh, okay. My food's like 14 minutes away. And do, like, I'm assuming you take medications. Do the medications help mitigate that somewhat? Or, also medications. So the medications made your hallucinations worse. It's interesting. There's a guy I know who is schizophrenic. I don't know what the extent of his condition is or anything like that. I just know that he has schizophrenia. I know that he hears voices because I know that he talks to them. He talks back to them sometimes. But generally, when he takes his medications, they're not as bad. But when he goes off his meds, it goes like nuts. And he goes, oh, right. Oh, yeah, okay, right, that's true. You did mention that. How did you get the brain damage, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, ouch. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's awful. Like 10 minutes? Just a fork, I think. Yeah, there's a big battle coming up through this door, so I think I'm going to save here. And, I'm going to head out for now, but I will be back, at least for a bit anyway. I don't know if I'm doing anything tonight, but I definitely want to finish this combat anyway. Nice. Alright. Well, I will probably be back in about an hour-ish. Maybe a little bit sooner, maybe a little bit after. But it'll be somewhere in that neighborhood. So I will, yeah, it's with a red dragon, so this is gonna be fun. Yeah, so I will see you all later, and hopefully you'll all come back.